Hello there, Oscar Carmona for Healing Ground Certified Biodynamic Nursery located in beautiful Santa Barbara, California. Here today to talk to you about how to transplant pepper plants. Now, transplanting pepper plants is really no different than transplanting any other plant into your garden, whether it be a container or a regular garden setting. And that is that it's important to consider two or three key things in order to have success with your transplanting endeavors. The first thing you need to consider is the level at which the plant is emerging from that pot, or that the plant is presently growing in the pot that it's in. Here I have a beautiful habanero plant, chili pepper plant, and you can see that when I look at the level of that plant here in the pot, that's very clear. And I want to maintain that level and plant that so that it's even to the level of the soil that's in the container that it's going to go into. And the reason is because what's above the level of that soil is basically your limbs and your branches and your leaves and fruit, and a lot of that part of the plant needs air around it and not soil environment. If you plant a plant like this, maybe not so much in the case of a pepper, but some plants will rot. But it's always a good point of quality control when you're transplanting to make sure that you just try to be consistent with the level of that plant. It's just going to help the plant continue to grow consistently in the transplanting process, as if it's not so stressful for the plant. I've taken the plant, held it, supported it, turned it upside down. It came out pretty easy. I see my root ball. The roots aren't so totally compacted. I might just slightly tease open some of these roots so that they can grow, but I'm careful not to rip. I don't want to rip. So I like to not do too much meddling there if I don't have to. I want to make sure that my soil, and I have it nice and level, maintain that level space, and I'm going to go right into the middle of this plant, the container, and that's where it's the deepest. I'm going to make a hole that is relatively similar to the root ball, and I'm going to place that pepper plant in there, and you can see that it's laying right at the level of the existing soil, and so I'm in a good place here. I'm going to take this soil that I've removed to make the hole, and I'm going to replace it and push it down into that seam between the root ball and the soil itself then in the container, so that I have a nice interface there, and I take all the air pockets out, which air pockets can make those roots create rot for the roots, and that's not a good thing. So I've got that snugly nestled in there with a nice level surface, and you can see the plant is doing well in this transplanting process so far. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to water carefully and slowly so that I don't create any divots around the soil surface, and I want to concentrate my applications right at the base of the plant. That's where your roots are. It's of no use to water here along the edges right now because there aren't any roots there, and so while you do want to get some moisture so there's no wicking action away from the roots, you want to make sure that you're focusing at the base of the plant. That's where sometimes people go wrong, because they'll just water in a general area and not really remember or think about focusing that water right at the base of the plant. So once I've done this a few times, then I'm really I've completed my task, and the plant is looking good, and I'm pretty much stoked that I've been able to transplant that plant successfully into the pot. And that's it, and it's pretty simple, and I would encourage anybody to try any of these gardening processes yourself, and I sure hope you found this information useful. I'm Oscar Carmona for Healing Ground Certified Biodynamic Nursery, and I enjoyed talking to you about how to transplant a pepper plant. Have a great day.